Hey y'all, it's your girl, Ganjane. And we about to get into this tea, honey. So let's do it. Hello, beautiful people, and welcome back to my channel. So, we're about to get into episode 18 of Baddies East. So, let's just get right into it. So, the episode begins with the continuation of the fight between Suki and Rolly that had transpired at the end of episode 17. They were squabbling, they pulled each other's wigs off, and then it was done. Like, security came and broke that shit right up. Then after their little fight and, a little bit of back and forth, E.T. decides to throw water in Suki's face, bitch. So after that happens, Suki is basically telling Sapphire, her best friend, to get E.T. bitch ass, but Sapphire refused. Suki was pretty much done with her at this point. Like, she's just like, bitch, are you scared? Like, why you not, you know what I mean, handling these bitches? Like, you supposed to be my best friend, right? And honestly, I was kind of shocked that Sapphire didn't do anything. Like, she always screaming like she ride for Suki and all this shit. So it's like, okay, if you ride in this slide, bitch, like, what are you doing? You know what I'm saying? But instead, she decided to try to play peacemaker and was trying to calm everybody and the situation down. My whole thing with Sapphire is, like, you was on go when it came to Smiley. You know what I'm saying? But when it comes to, like, some shit that go down, especially involving your best friend, I would think that you would, handle some shit for her, So Suki is basically, like, pissed off with her at this point. Like, Sapphire keeps trying to, like, grab on her and calm her down. And Suki's like, bitch, get your hands off me. Like, security, come get this bitch. She was really hurt that Sapphire, like, didn't have her back because she's always riding for her. You know what I'm saying? Like, Suki is a good friend. I'll give her that. You know what I'm saying? So it really hurt her to the core that she didn't, line these bitches up that was fucking with her. But Suki and Rolly, like, at this point, continues to go back and forth. They're throwing jabs at each other, talking mad shit. I think Suki called her a shitty booty ass bitch. And then Rolly was basically saying, oh, bitch, put that pussy in some bleach and water. So it got pretty messy. But after that, the girls pretty much get in their designated sprinters and head back to their villas. But before they pulled off, Sapphire tried to talk to Suki, but Suki didn't want to hear none of that shit. Like, she was like, bitch, at this point, get the fuck out my face. Bobby was there, and he basically calls out Sapphire and says that she's a fake-ass bitch. And it got pretty heated between Bobby and Sapphire. Like, security had to break them up because I honestly thought that they was finna, like, squabble for real. Like, it was getting real bad. Then Natalie had Scotty riding a separate sprinter because she was still pissed off about her extra plate of food. A child, I can't. But anywho, the following day, House A and House B have their own separate conversations. They have a sit down and they basically talked about, like, what happened at the dinner and stuff like that. So I'm not really gonna, like, elaborate on that too much because nothing really important happened for real. But Suki and Sapphire have a private sit down together and talk about what happened and why the fuck Sapphire didn't do shit. Suki really felt like she just stood there instead of like throwing hands with these hoes, you know? And she just felt like that was pussy as fuck of her. Like she could have like had her back more. But ultimately, Sapphire apologizes to Suki. But Suki wasn't going for it. She was really upset. Sapphire basically let her know, like, hey, I've, built little bonds with some of these girls, so I didn't want to get in the middle of it. But Suki felt like she was being too cordial with the bitches. Like, she's like, you being too cordial with females that ain't gonna have your back when shit get rough. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm really your friend for real. I really had your back. You know what I'm saying? So, fuck them bonds. Like, I'm your best friend. Like, what the fuck are you talking about? Like, I get where Suki's coming from. But me personally, like, I would never put my friend in the predicament of having to feel pressured to fight somebody. You know what I'm saying? Like, I could fight my own battles. I'm not about to, you know what I mean? Like, I don't need no army behind me, none of that shit. But that is her best friend. So I get it, you know? But it's like, if you're not gonna fight them, at least cuss these bitches out. I mean, something. Like, Sapphire, you literally didn't do shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, I would have at least cussed the bitches out. Like, I don't give a fuck. Like, you got my best friend fucked up. Just like E.T. and Rolly had each other's back is the same way I would have done that shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, fuck that. Like, Rolly literally threw something at Sapphire's head, and Sapphire did not do anything about it. Like, girl, like, what is you on? But after their little talk, they basically hug it out and tell each other that they love each other, and that was that. Then right after that, Natalie and Scotty decide to meet up and have a discussion. So they once again start going back and forth about the motherfucking plate that don't fucking really matter for real. Like, I'm just like, are you bitches really fighting over a plate? Like, is this what the world has come to? Scotty instantly gets irritated because she's tired of Nat coming for her over an extra plate of fucking food, you know? So Scotty ends up, like, basically squabbling Natalie ass. But they was, like, fighting for real. Like, I had to rewind it a couple times because I was like, well, damn. Like, I was not expecting that, you know? But Natalie definitely had her face red as fuck. Like, she started putting, like, a cold, like, beverage on her face because I'm guessing it was hurting. Fighting over a plate of food is crazy. Like... But Natalie basically was telling her, like, yo, like, I'm getting all these complaints from the other girls because you got your food first. Like, and I have to deal with all that and blah, blah, blah. I just feel like Natalie's doing too much. Like, come on now. Like, that girl can't control who food come out first. Like, we get that all of y'all is hungry. Like, y'all food gonna come out. Like, patience, bitch. And Scotty basically feels like Natalie plays victim a lot. And I kind of sort of have to agree because it's like, why start all this shit over a fucking plate? I wouldn't give a damn what bitch said what. You know what I'm saying? She got her plate first. It is what it is. Like, what is the big fucking issue here? You know what I'm saying? Like, I just feel like Nat felt some type of way, you know, because she got her plate first. And it's weird. But once they both calm down, they have a civil conversation and ultimately they hug it out Nat's like crying because she didn't want to even fight her in the first place, apparently. So, yeah. I guess they squashed their beef. I guess. But after that, all the girls get dressed and go to Club Pier 1. And on the way to the club, the girls are talking amongst each other, specifically House A. And Natalie starts talking shit about Scotty again. I'm like, girl, didn't y'all just squash it? Like, leave it the fuck alone. Let it go. I just thought that was like fake as fuck. But I digress, child. You're gonna get the big C. But the girls arrive at the club, and shortly after they arrived, Suki and Scotty arrived together. Suki didn't fuck with Sapphire that entire night because she just felt like, okay, yeah, I forgave you, but I still am gonna, keep my distance because I don't appreciate how you did me when, those bitches was fucking with me. But the girls turned up all night. It seemed to me like they were having fun. A couple of the girls performed, and it was a vibe. Then Natalie tries to have like a group hug amongst all the girls, but Suki was hella cool off that. Like, I'm not hugging these bitches. I guess Suki heard from the grapevine that Mariah Lynn wanted to fight her. So that's why she was cool off the little group hug. I'm not about to, hug certain bitches that are talking shit behind my back. So I don't know what's up with that, but I guess we will see in the next episode. It looks really juicy. And I'm about to get into it. So that's pretty much the end of episode 18, y'all. Thank you so much for watching. I truly appreciate it. I really, really do. Please don't forget to hit that like and subscribe for your girl. I would truly appreciate it. I'm trying to get back in the algorithm, okay? 2024, my New Year's resolution, baby, is to get my channel on and popping, okay? I'm really trying to get that shit popping for real. So I will really appreciate the support. I'm sending good vibes, love, and light to all of you guys, and I'll see y'all in the next one.